Hello guys, Garcia here. This is the beginning of a new playthrough on the channel, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, Camarilla Edition Reborn. So guys, Camarilla Edition is probably the oldest mod in the history of Bloodlines, I would say. Probably the unofficial patch is older, but Camarilla Edition is probably the first one that got really popular. And Camarilla Edition is also the base for a bunch of mods, so it's a very historically significant mod. So the reason why I decided to play this one is for a very simple reason. So I don't know if this is super recent or not, but in the Nexus mods website, there's a mod called Camarilla Edition Reborn available there, which is basically Camarilla Edition, but it has been brought to the same, I would say, version of the unofficial patch. So the unofficial patch right now is 11.5 or something like that. So this mod is basically 11 point something, but with the Camarilla Edition mod applied. So these two mods together, so the patch and the mod. So basically Camarilla Edition brought to the present. That's the best way to describe it. And the other reason why I decided to play this one for the channel this time around is because this is the first mod I ever played for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and it's also one that has a very, very fun mechanic that I'll talk about in a little bit. But I decided to play this mainly because I wanted you guys to see and to be able to well, most people don't know that Camarilla Edition is still around. Especially when Planet Vampire went down, folks were like, oh, most of the mods got lost in time and so on and so on. But in actuality, most of the mods for this game are available elsewhere. So in Nexus Mod, in ModDB, and so on and so on. So I wanted to raise awareness of the grandiose return of this mod. So I did a test playthrough of this mod, and it's amazing. I love the mechanics of this mod. And also this mod has way more new stuff than you would imagine for a mod that is this old. And also because of the unofficial patch, there's a bunch of bug fixes and improvements and so on. Oh, and by the way, I just lowered the sound for me to be able to speak. Later during the playthrough, I will raise it again, alright? So the main mechanic of the Camarilla Edition is the Camarilla College, or the Vampiric College, I should say. And the college basically is a mechanic that entirely replaces the books. So you don't have books on the game anymore. You can find relics or other items where the books used to be in the world during the quests and stuff. But most of them will be just empty because the books don't exist anymore. So the entire way that you raise your character, in terms of raise your character, you build your character raising your points, is based on three things: your level, not your level, the XP points that you get from the quests, the artifacts, and the college. So the college replaces the books, and I will have to enter the game to explain the college. So if you never played Camarilla Edition before, this is going to be very interesting. This is going to feel super new for you. So that's the main reason why I decided to play it. I wanted to not only raise awareness for this mod, because I think it's a mod that is not, because of this new version that has been updated with the unofficial patch and bug fixes and stuff, is a perfectly playable mod on par with all the other mods that we have played on the channel so far. I would say even better than several of them in terms of how it behaves and crashes and stuff. So I wanted to raise awareness for this mod. And also, I wanted to play with the college again because I love the mechanic of the college so much. So I'm going to explain what the college is in a little bit. So an interesting fact, we just played the Barabbas add-on, right? So Barabba, which is obviously the developer of the Barabbas add-on, I imagine, because it's the same name, so I imagine it's the same guy. So Barabba also has worked in several different other mods and stuff. And as far as the credits go in the Nexus mod page for this particular mod, he is the one that made the transition and brought this mod up to speed in terms of the unofficial patch. So he's the one that merged the two together in a functional, cohesive mod. So yeah, we are essentially playing something that Barabbas has like worked in or worked on again. So thank you very much, Baraba. If you one day you watch this, who knows? So I'm going to explain a little bit about the college here. So basically, as I said, there's no books. So oh yeah, let me actually enter the game and read it for you guys, because there's some tutorials in game for you to for any player to understand how the college works. So I did a test playthrough with a particular character just to see how it went. So it went pretty well. So now I decided for this playthrough that I wanted a puncher. I want just someone that I can just give potency to the vampire and just like, just punch the hell Jesus, punch the hell out of my enemies. I cannot speak today. I apologize about that. So the best puncher in the game, in my opinion, that is not like using Protean, so the Gangrel, is the Bruja clan. So I'm gonna go with the lady, as you can see by the name that I already chose here. I was going to go with Mary Ellen because there's a character in the movie that I like a lot that is called Mary Ellen. I think this is a pretty cool name. But I decided to go with Maya because I like Maya better. That's it. So let's go here with a female. So this is the female Bruja here. Alright, so we are going to go with the puncher. So that means that we are going to go brawl all the way. Now, you can still get points from like dialogues and other places in the game in which you could usually get points, like from Beckett and from like Nines Rodriguez, for example, or Romero. But you need to be very mindful that this is the Camarilla Edition is built on like an older version. Not an older version, because it's like it has the 11.0 patch, an official patch installed now. But it had an older philosophy. That's the word I was looking for. So because of that, a few of the points that you usually could get away with. So for example, if you have Firearms 3 and you do the Romero quest, he can give you like the 4th point, for example. If I do the quest in this mod with the Firearms 3, I'm going to get probably 1 point of XP, and I'm not going to get the extra Firearms point, you know what I mean? So I'm just giving an example. I don't know if that's the case with Romero specifically, but that happens in several other points. So I'll have to basically test it out. So lots of saving and loading basically. And the only heads up that I need to give you guys is that I had 2 very serious bugs late in the game, but I was able to fix and circumvent both, both, you know. I thought about both because one of the bugs is on the boat in the Society of Leopold. So that's why both and boats are both in my head, you know what I mean? But we'll talk about this way later, several episodes ahead. So there's a surprising amount of like quote unquote new stuff here, stuff that is not like necessarily vanilla. So there's some extra NPCs, some 4 or 5 extra quests and stuff like that. And because of how the college works, it's a very interesting like puzzle to solve. Because since you don't have the books and the college lessons cost money, you need to choose what you are going to do. So I was able, by the end of my test playthrough, to have all the weapons I needed, all the blood packs I needed, and I also was able to raise all the skills that I needed, so I was able to do everything. So I think this will go okay, but I'm not sure about it. So we shall see. Alright, so for Maya here, so we are going to go Potence. We are going to go Blood Heal. We are probably going to go Blood Heal 3 to get 40 seconds of healing. Because since we are going to punch people, we are going to be very close to the enemies. We are not going to be fighting melee, which means that we are not going to be using weapons. So we don't have like a certain distance, like compared to the enemies. So we are going to be so much like so much closer to the enemies than we usually are in our playthroughs. So extra blood heal is going to be very useful here. All right, sorry for the long introduction, but as I always say, I'd rather explain everything first in the first episode, so we don't need to go back and explain everything again in later episodes. All right, guys, so let's choose a history for our dear Bruja here. So True Bruja, we just played with the True Bruja. It would be funny if I chose this history here. Yeah, the switchers here, I don't care all that much. Purveyor of Vice, dropped as a baby. So this one gives me 2 extra points in stamina. Raise any of your mental attributes. No, thank you. Glass Eye, Intimidation, Perception about 3. No, thank you. Heart of Stone. So it costs less experience to raise Blood Heal. Oh, that's awesome actually. but it costs you more to raise celerity. This one is great, actually. So I'm going to probably pick this one, but let me check the other ones. Less experience to raise celerity, doesn't matter. Megalomaniac. Extra point in presence, we're not going with presence, so I don't need to worry about that. All-star athlete. Bonus to strength, can never raise your intelligence. Alright, this one I should never pick. I'm going to explain why pretty soon. And okay. So I'm gonna go with Hearth of Stone here, or Hearthstone, the game, Heart of Stone here. So I'm gonna go with this one to raise Blood Heal. So as I said, we're gonna go for Blood Heal 3 here. So the intelligence is extremely important. So I'm going to create the character here first, then we'll talk about it. So 2 dexterity points, 1 in wits for now, 1 in rhetoric for persuasion, I would say, security and stealth. Here I'm gonna go dodge 1, brawl 2. I need her to be strong right away. 1 in potence. Let's skip the intro. Let's go. So the moment the game take us to the haven, I'm going to explain everything, guys. It's such an interesting concept, which is very unique because this mod is so much older than most of the other mods we played on the channel, like by a lot, by sometimes more than a decade, to be honest. So it's very interesting that they had that idea, or this idea, like way back in the day. You know what I mean? That's a true like OG mod. Okay, so let's talk to good old Jack here real quick. What a scene, man. You understand? I don't have much time, just give me the basics. Sorry? So he's not going to like us a whole lot, but we don't really need him a whole lot either. I don't think we're going to get the bonus XP here if we skip the tutorial, but that's okay. By the end of the game, I had so much XP in my other playthrough that I think it's going to be fine. Oh yeah, this one has the companion mod too, but I'm not going to use it, so there you go. Alright, so let me get the blood packs here. So let me click here. Mercurio, Sunrise. Hello there. Can I cuddle you? How cute. Really. Sure. Money. So as I said, money is going to be extremely important in this mod. And you are going to spend most of your money on the college, not on like items or anything else. So you have to be mindful of that fact. Alright, so right away we can already check the college here. So email, Sunrise. I was almost using hacking there. So reminder, learn something. So college, Tony Collette. So college at LaCroix there. So you want to get a better job. You don't know what to do with your long, lonesome nights. You're a sociopathic bastard who can't show his face on campus. Join our web college for only $50 and gain your academic grade at your own pace after work. For subscription, select... so you guys will see. Okay, Kilpatrick, welcome, the opening. Okay, so basic stuff here. So college. Here. So I'm going to read all the description here, and I'll fill in the gaps here. Description. Okay. All right. So for an admission fee of only $50, you can start your studies at our college. Sorry. So every student can study 4 full subjects. Basically, basic 1 plus plus 1 additional lesson or any other combination of 45 lessons per term. So each lesson, I think, is 3 XP. So you can gain 135 XP with all the lessons, I think. I didn't use half of that in my other playthrough, to be honest. So the cost for the courses is $250. For basic, up to $1,000 for PhD courses, and it has to be paid in advance. So if you don't have the basic research feat for your level, you can still do the course, but the study time will be longer. You will understand what study time is later. So info. So the college checks for the requirements on money and maximum levels. If no function appears in one of the menus, you either don't meet the requirements for any course in this section, or you have just finished one. So you have to get off the computer and wait a bit, or save the game before you can start the next lesson. And you will be very hungry too. Okay, setup. So I just paid $50, so now I can already use the college. So as you can see, it's written up there, email, home, and then we have talents, skills, and knowledges. So these are the three, like a tree of skills that we can actually improve skills that are, not skills, but abilities that are on those trees, right? So those 15 skills, we can raise them. We cannot raise attributes or disciplines naturally, but we can raise all of the skills. So it's not like the XP that you get on the game is useless. It's just like a symbiotic type of relationship between the two gains. You know what I mean? So right now we can't do anything because I don't have money. So basically this is how it works. So for example, I want to raise melee. Melee is 0. So I need to pay $200 to get my first point. With 250, I can get my second point. With 500, third. 750, fourth. Or 1,000, the fifth point. So basically that's how it works. That's the value. So I can only raise these, not 15 skills, 12 skills, these here. I don't know where I got 15 from there. But yeah, so that's how it works basically. So every time you use, let's say you are trying to raise, I'm trying to raise Brawl to 3, for example. The game is going to like process time like I did the entire process of like sitting and learning and studying. So minutes will pass, which means that I'm going to take a gigantic hit in my blood pool and my health pool, which means that I'll have to feed immediately, and you cannot just sit and keep studying. You need to study, take the hit, go outside, feed 2 or 3 times, then come back and do it again. So there's like an extra complication there. It was annoying in the beginning, but later it was okay to deal with. And I got a lot of my masquerade violations because of that. But yeah, so that's how it works. So right now we cannot raise anything because we don't have money. The lowest we would need to be here would be 200, right? Right now we have 50. Because we just, we got 100 and paid 50 to be a part of the college, so that's it. So as I said, there's a few extra NPCs, there's a few extra quests, there's the Posters quest, and the Posters quest works differently from the base game too. So it asks you different items, so it's very interesting. So it felt very refreshing. So I hope you guys enjoy, so let's just go. So hopefully by the end of the episode today, we'll be able to use it at least once. Alright, so let's save here. Okay, so what do I have here? I have... Alright, because of my dexterity here, I already have lockpicking 4, which means that I can basically open this, but I have to use blood heal, or blood buff, sorry. Oh yeah, I didn't do the thing here. So blood heal, potence, and blood buff, there you go. I'm going to be very hungry here. I'm playing with the Bruja, so I frenzied a lot in the test playthrough. So we'll see how this is going to go. So the other character that I used that I was referring to was the male Bruja, so I didn't play with the guy. So this time let's go with the lady. That's why I selected a cool name for her. I mean, a cool name in my opinion. Alright, so we don't have nothing here. So the book that is usually here, the stealth book's not here as you can see. So no books for you. Okay. Alright, so nothing here. So another thing that this mod does, I need to say this before we proceed here, is if you get, let's say if you have like 5, 6 in inspection, for example, just like in Final Nights, you will be able to find extra items in different places, in the hubs and in the different locations in the hubs. So since I'm going to play a melee character, not a melee character, a brawling character, I'm obviously not going to be able to show that part to you guys because I'm not going to raise my inspection. But if you guys go with a ranged character, you can totally raise the inspection here and get some extra items, which is going to help because you're going to have more stuff to sell and therefore more money. So you can study more, I guess. All right, so what else can we find here? There's a new artifact here. Oh yeah, here I think. Yeah, so a rather worn looking wallet. So a rather worn looking wallet. So this is a new artifact. So while it increases your haggling feat, it also makes you haggle on occasion where you really shouldn't. Occasions where you really shouldn't. Jesus. This leads to a malice in seduction, so I go to lose seduction, which is meaningless. But we get an extra point in haggle right away, which is great. So this is one of the new items. So there's going to be some new things. I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that the entire game is different. That's not the case. But there is some new NPCs, some new quests. Some quests work differently. And obviously the college by itself is already kind of a novel concept if you've never seen this before. Wait, what did I do there? I was going to save, but for some reason I went back to the menu. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. Jesus Christ, man. Did I have to do this again or not? I don't know. Sorry. I was like, oh, I'm just going to save here. No, I already did. Okay. So I just need to open the things again, which is fine. Oh yeah, I need to do this again. Oh man. You have to like explain so much about these mods that eventually you just completely forget what you were doing in the first place. Alright, but now it should be okay here. Let's focus here. Oh, I don't need to open this. Ah, I forgot. The item is actually down here, right? Let me check the newspaper here. Already did, okay. Got it? Yeah. Did I? Yes. Okay. Alright, so let's go. So I need to feed like immediately. Because I am a Bruja, I'm going to remind you guys here. -4 on all frenzy checks. So this combined with the college that like brutalizes your blood pool. Man, this is going to be complicated as hell. So at least it was for me in the first one. Let's see if I can... Because there's like an element of luck too, to be honest.
Hey, lady.
Here.
Just very nice.
Oh, $1. Okay. That's chill. So I didn't have any problems with humanity too in the other playthrough. Crab nipple. So what should I'll probably either raise rhetoric or computer first. Because remember, we don't have books, so no computer book, so I will have to raise hacking eventually. Using the college, I mean. Well, no one's here? Really? That's annoying. I don't want to talk to Nox right now, but I have to.
Hey! Come on! Hell! I'm a ghoul.
Cool.
Well, the way.
Oh man. Alright, let's not make the guy mad here. Alright, the cop is coming right in the direction. Alright, this is dangerous. I would say almost impossible here. Maybe I should attack the cop instead, I think.
I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. If he runs after me, I'm just going to run away. These guys always have a lot of blood. So let's just enter and talk to Mercurio here right away to reset the guy here. The black square of doom here. So because the squares, because you don't have the books and you can build your character the way you want, sometimes you have so many options that you actually don't have any idea what you should do next. Such a crazy concept, because in the base game you know exactly what you need to do, you know? I mean, if you already know the game.
I saw. I never shoot those. Hold on. Laying in a. Gotta.
Oh, we'll get the astrolites.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you should get the quest from Trip too. Okay, let's go get it. So again, I apologize for the super long explanation. Got lost several times in that one. But this one, in my defense, this one is the hardest one to explain of all the mods I've ever played on the channel. Because of the damn college, you know. But no joke, I think this is the... Of all the features that any mod has ever introduced, like in terms of like gameplay, this is probably the one I like the most. Gives you the freedom to actually build the character the way you want, you know. What's your name?
Thanks. It's not a beats me. Alright, here's what we got today. Thanks for coming.
I'd like to buy something.
Here's what we got today. Thanks for Alright, here's what we got today. Thanks for coming.
Finally. Are you doing drugs? There you go, got the quest. That entire process there was just to see if I could get the dialogue. That's why I was going back and forth there. So you can see Camarilla Edition has a unique screen here for us. So I'll always have a soft spot for this mod, and most players will. If you are an OG, a very old school player, this probably was your first mod too. So it's good to know that it has been rejuvenated or reborn. I was trying to look for a synonym there. But one of the good things about not having to worry about books is that you don't need to worry about forgetting to get any books either, because they don't exist to begin with, you know what I mean? So you can just focus on... Oh, I forgot I need to raise the sound, I apologize about that, just occurred to me. Completely forgot. I always lower it in the beginning of the game to be able to explain stuff. Here. Now we're back, sorry about that. Just in time to hear Isolated here.
What do we have here?
Ooh.
I'm the finger. I.
And Jeanette. They had dressed in a very similar way, I would say. Okay, let's go. So as I said, the game in and of itself is not going to like present to us like sweeping changes, but it's going to be fresh in several different ways. So I really think that this mod deserves to be remembered and to be on like the consciousness of like the vampire players of today too, not only the old school folks.
Hello.
I don't care. I need to find him so he can find him. It's 250 grand of my money on the line here. Look, I'll talk to you later, okay? Let me know if you hear anything about either.
Alright, so Arthur's having all sorts of trouble there.
Hello there.
Hey, man.
Welcome to... Yep.
Sure do.
I gotta have a few... Well, my... Hell yeah. Of course. You bet. Yep. Well... Great.
Okay. Go find him. Alright, so I'm just scratch my eye here real quick. Okay. Alright. So it is scratch, right? Maybe I'm using the wrong word there, but you guys know what I mean. Alright, so we already got all the quests, so we need to go to the beach now. So we don't have anything. So we are going to be punching people, so as you can see the damage potential is already high because we have 2 points in Brawl. And we already have 2 points in Potence, so we are going to start demolishing dudes right away. So I only had problems in terms of like the amount of damage that I was taking because as I said, when you punch people in this game, you are way too close. So it's pretty hard to actually dodge attacks and stuff. So you end up taking more damage, especially because you need to run in the direction of the enemy that's, for example, like shooting at you, for example. So you will take extra damage. So having more blood here is good as hell. Good as hell? Does that exist? I don't even know.
Up there.
Up there.
Those men. Never mind.
You speak English like I do, lady. Alright.
Listen, it's like... Now you should try... You mean you...
Nope.
We're getting pretty... Dunno. Clan. I just come... She had an... She tried... Clinically. That's what Lily... I hope you have... Oh, we'd appreciate... Seems no one...
So, the Daydream Believer quest is available because it's an unofficial patch quest, I think. But, I'm going to show you guys here. I was not able to find the stake in my other playthrough. It could be here somewhere and I just didn't see it, but I don't think it is here. Oh, here it is, this time around. In the other playthrough, it was not here, so I don't know what happened. So, the quest is there, but in the other playthrough I didn't do it because I didn't find the stake, but the stake is here, like right here, so I don't know why. But okay. I was going to start going on a diatribe there about like not being able to do the quest, but there you go. Hey. And I finished the game in my other playthrough. I only used one blood pack, so it should be okay. Alright, so I need to find Bubble Bomb here. I don't know where it is here. Every mod puts this item in a different location. And I don't know if I have enough inspection to actually see where the item is. That's what I thought happened in the other playthrough. But for some reason the item just wasn't there. Maybe the tides took the item away, you know what I mean? Stay here. Oh, aspects would have been great here. I mean, presence is shiny too? Yeah, it doesn't help. Not presence, sorry, potence. Oh. Oh no. Thought it was there. Like, maybe it's like right in my face and I'm not seeing here. Maybe I just need inspection. It's usually down on this side. I already see it be on this side too. Take it down here. Could be on the outside too. I've seen that before also. Like here, for example. I didn't even look for it in the last playthrough that I did because I didn't find a stake to begin with, so I was like, I'm not going to even bother. Well. Yeah, I can't see Bubble Bomb here. Maybe you guys saw there and you guys are super mad at me right now. There's nothing I can do about it. You know what? I'm going to feed on this dude, I don't care. As long as no one sees me here, should be okay. This place is pretty empty. Beats me, Santa Monica is dead. He's kind of correct in a way. Alright, so no Bubble Bomb, but this time around I have the stake, which is okay. I have the blood packs and I can sell them right away here. It's not going to be that important later on. So one important thing is that you need to buy the armors, right? The clothing. So you cannot just spend the money like willy-nilly, even if you're like a melee character and you don't need to buy ammunition. You really need to take that into consideration too. Who doesn't?
If the head vamp...
The whole stake.
Okay. How...
Unicorn blood.
You know... I'll buy it. I'll buy... Oh, brother.
There you go. So there is a Bubble Bomb item. I just don't know where it is. Or maybe inspection's not high enough. One of the two. Or both. Okay.
Help you? Oh, really? Nice try. Okay, you can go on.
There you go. Presence dialogue. But I don't need to do that, obviously.
No!
Come on, bro. Oh my god, what is that? Is that the Astrolite? No way. No, I need to check. Did you guys explode my item? No, it's here. So what happened there? I don't remember them having a grenade here. Hey, bro. So this is basically Clan Quest rules, which means that for healing you choose Blood Heal. You are not going to be able to heal by just feeding on enemies. I'm not going to even use Poultice against this guy. Move. Alright, so I got the Astrolite, right? This game is so broken that I actually... Oh, there's actually a Morphine bottle here. So, this game is so broken that I looked at the door and I'm like, I can totally pass through here. There you go. I didn't even like think twice. I'm going to lie to him and I'm going to keep the money. I never do this, but I will do in this mod, obviously. I need the money. Come at me, bro. The most satisfying thing that you can do in this game, in terms of combat, is punching people. There's nothing that you feel the impact like more than like just straight up punching dudes. It's the best feeling. Especially with like Potence 5. Such a strong... You pack such a strong punch. Okay, so... Hopefully I can get some money from this guy here. Right now, I don't have a high persuasion. So what should I do here? I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to put 4 in charisma here, to be honest. I'm 4 bonus points, I mean.
You have any of...
Yes.
I'll buy...
3 bags, 300. That's okay.
I think I have...
For the steak?
Yeah.
His name is Rodriguez.
You won't have to live like this anymore. I'm going to kill the head vampire.
Good luck, bro. So humanity 6 early here. But we're going to get a bunch of humanity points back, so that's okay. Okay. So as you can see, some values will be different. This is not a single, like an isolated occurrence here. There will be different values for different quests. Also, as far as I remember, some of the passwords for the PCs, they are randomized. So you can totally like write down a bunch of passwords for one playthrough, then you go to the next and those will be different. So that was pretty innovative back in the day. That's one of the reasons also why I never use passwords even if I memorize them, because I remember that in Camarilla Edition the passwords change all the time, so it doesn't really matter. Money. This one doesn't change though.
Check. Is this thing recording?
I think it's always Amalia.
Anyway, the McGee case is getting weirder all the time. I found where he's been hiding and I saw some really creepy stuff down there. There was no sign of McGee. I'm gonna follow up on another lead I got too. I updated the files on the computer. This is Carson signing off. Man, that sounds stupid.
Alright, so I'm just save here so I don't pick the wrong dialogue line and give it to the guy here. There I go, Morphine. I got the Astrolite.
Yeah?
Yes.
Good.
Get the money back. No, sorry, I didn't find it.
Damn. I could have used that money.
What I'm supposed to do now?
You need to make...
Warehouse.
Tongue's lane. If you want to... She ain't... She's the... Who exactly?
Never mind, okay. So the Morphine quest is already done. So I already have the trip quest, right? So I need to go back to the PC to get the LaCroix quest. But first I need to go to the diner for the E quest. Bam. So what I'm doing in this mod is exactly what I thought I was going to do in Extreme. And then later in the game, as I told you guys during that playthrough, didn't work.
Eyes are all rotten and
Got massacred.
is our death sentence.
My Potence 5 dude there was getting just absolutely destroyed. Oh, what am I doing here? I should go to the diner first. This is the second step, sorry. I was like, this place is not the place I'm supposed to be. Alright, so I'm going to drop 4 in Charisma. And I think I'm going to drop another one in Rhetoric here. You guys know that in Santa Monica I need Persuasion 4, so that's what I'm going to do. Then you might think, why don't you use the college? The college is going to be for the computer thing here. For now. We already have enough money for a college session. We already have money for like 3 college sessions at this point. So guys will see. So the biggest annoyance is the instant hunger.
You know who this is, and I do hope you realize
Hey, I know where you're calling.
on for tonight. Meet me at an agreed upon location across from the bar by the overpass.
Yeah.
Bring your associate Mr. Durbin as it is a two-man job that I'm proposing.
Pale girl.
With any luck, the
Thin
tables are already on you, and I shall see you soon.
Oh, yeah, she
Bye.
Just drink some water. Oh, the song is here now? Good.
Evening.
Okay. Alright, so now I can go back to Arthur's place here. So I'm trying to think, did I have like a lot of trouble with anybody? I had a little bit of trouble with the Chang brothers, weirdly enough. The damage was good, but the damage they were dealing was pretty high. But I just used the chalice there, so I didn't need to use blood packs there. I used a blood pack in the Warrens, I think. But we'll see. I didn't memorize all the, obviously, I didn't memorize all the college sessions that I used. So let me see if it's written here. Where is it? So learning from dusk till dawn. From dusk till dawn, yeah. So 500, study time required calculated, current ability level plus 4, 40 minutes, 4 minutes. So here it explains like the way that the blood loss works. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even read it. I just don't care. The important part is that it's going to be very expensive in terms of blood, and you will have to feed right after, so that just doesn't change ever, so it doesn't matter, really. Another thing that doesn't matter is, for example, let's say I have 2 points here, right? So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to put 2 points on computer first, then I'm going to use the college for the 3rd point, for example. It really doesn't matter, because it always scales from in like 250s. So 200, 250, 500, 750. So it doesn't matter if you wait or not, you know. The later ones will always be expensive. So if you want to use the college for the earlier ones, it doesn't matter. You don't need to hold off like you would hold off on the books, you know what I mean? Or with the books. You would like wait for you to have like certain amount of points in certain skills, with the college, it doesn't matter if you are going to put the first point, the third point, the fifth point. The only thing that you need to be mindful of is how much money do you have and how much blood can you spare. That's it. That's why I like it so much, because it gives you such a gigantic like amount of freedom. It's the closest mod that a mod has ever come of giving me what I 100% would love that the game like could give the player, Vampire game, or Bloodlines specifically, which would be like no artifacts and no books, and you have this bunch of quests, and all the XP from the quests are the XP that you are going to have to put on your character, you know what I mean? So that's what I would like to see in a mod one day. Like just XP, no books, no nothing. Okay, so email. So I need to get like correct quest here, a favor. Alright, so let me double check here. So bloody mass, thin blood, drug trip. Okay, so I have all the quests here. Alright guys, so let's use once the good old college here. So let me think what I need right now. I need computer. I'm going to use two sessions on computer here, to be honest. So we're going to go from 2 to 4 here. I need 4. So let's do that. Hacking and lockpicking. Oh, sorry. Lockpicking and sneaking are pretty decent already. Persuasion is already decent too. So hacking is the only thing. Alright, so I just saved here. So this is what's going to happen. So hacking is a knowledge. So we're going to type knowledge, just like up there. Then, because I have money, it will show what I can actually raise here. So I can raise computer to 1, finance to 1, and investigation to 1. There you go. So the other one is rhetoric, as you can see. But rhetoric, probably I cannot raise to 5 right now. So that's why it's not showing there. Not to 5, to... Jesus, to 3. I don't know why I said 5 there. 5 is because it's 500, the value of the training or the studying here. So let's go computer 1. You guys will see the amount of health, not health, also health, but the amount of blood loss here. I'm not going to read these descriptions. I can't, because the moments, like a few seconds, I'm going to take a huge hit here. I need to feed right away. So here, computer, as you can see. There you go. So I need to go immediately. Oh, sorry. So the reason why I took a lot of damage there is because my research is 2. So now I know. So the reason why I cannot raise my rhetoric to 3 and the option wasn't even available on the college is because I need 2 for level 1 and 2. I need 4 for level 3. And I need 6 for levels 4 and 5. So you need 6 research, so 2, 4, 6 in research, because research in this mod is only intelligence, to use all of the lessons from the college. And the more research you have, the less, the smaller is the amount of blood that you're going to lose from your blood pool, you know. And you need 4 total intelligence to use all the artifacts in the game, which is the amount that I had in my other playthrough. I might frenzy here immediately, so heads up. So I'll probably have to load here. I need to find someone immediately to feed on here. You. Time to think. Now remember that we also have the blood timer on this, in this mod. This mod is actually the mod that created the blood timer. So I got the whole 9 yards here. Got a violation and a criminal one too. You know what? I'm going to feed on that lady there. I think I can get away with it. Or not. Yeah, no, this guy's coming this direction. Yeah. I'm like technically dead here. Let's get some rats going here while the guys are chasing me. There you go. Got one. So remember that when you have the blood loss in this system, you will lose HP too if your blood is below the half mark there. So I need to raise both my... I need to raise my blood first, and then that will allow me to regenerate my health, basically. Where is it? Okay. They gave up, okay. So let's go back up. Let me try to find someone. So get used to it. This is going to happen a lot during our time with this mod here. This is going to be the most important thing, is to like survive after a training session or like a learning session. So sometimes you get a clean feeding recovery. I'm gonna call it that. So you can get like a couple of people lined up and you can just recover right away. So that sometimes happens. But other times, for the most part, you will have troubles. Now depends on the Haven too. So they already gave up. So I did most of my training here, but you can also train on downtown, obviously. But that is way harder because you're going to have to enter the elevator and so on. You might frenzy and kill Heather, which I did. You know, so it has complications. Alright, so I still have 564. So let's go second train of hacking here. So computer 2. Bam. So again, I'm not going to read. It's cool that they have descriptions and stuff, but just not doable. So I cannot leave here before I take damage, because if I frenzy on the inside, you know what I mean? If I go on the outside, I'm going to frenzy like immediately. If I wait to take the damage on the outside, you know what I mean? Especially as a Bruja. So that's the tactic I'm using here. So I think in this mod, all the characters recover their blood pool really quickly. There you go. She already has the full blood pool. That's perfect. No, I got stuck. Alright. Come on. Oh, this is perfect. This guy hasn't seen me doing the act here. Hey, mister. Alright, so I'm going to have to feed again. So early, that's how it's going to be. Later, I'll have extra stamina and also higher research. So the damage is not going to be as brutal as it is right now. This is the guy that was running away. He changed his mind, I guess. Alright, let's heal a little bit of my actual HP here. Okay, so we have 314, I think. So let's go and train again for something else. So since I only have research 2, so I can only train for a skill level of 2. So I cannot do more than that right now. I have to invest some points in intelligence to raise the cap, I guess. Alright, so what else should we train here? So hacking is okay. Rhetoric 4 is not rhetoric. Persuasion 4 is pretty decent. I could raise my dodge too. Let me actually check here. Let me save first, just in case. Okay. So let me really think deeply about this. So dodge is here. Computer, I don't need investigation, I don't need finance right now. By the way, I didn't put any points in finance, so I didn't have a super haggle in my other playthrough. It's not like that necessary. Okay, so security. These are obviously good, but I don't need both of them right now, so I'm going to raise my dodge, to be honest. Yeah. The reason why I'm not waiting for like to complete quests and then get the points and put points in stuff is because these points are gonna go to Blood Hill probably early. 1 point in Blood Hill and 1 point in Blood Buff. These are the first priorities here to get them up to speed here. So I'm going to put a point in dodge here. So let's go again. So this time talents. Okay. So dodge. Shoot. Okay, wiggle like a worm. So I have no money left, but I was able to raise dodge to 2 and 2 computer. So as you can see, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. I have 4 in every single relevant skill now, which is pretty good. And I didn't even went to the hospital yet. That's how crazy the college is. That said, later is going to be very expensive, so it's not something that we're going to do all the time, at all. It's a thing that we're going to do sometimes, you know. Early the game is easy, right? But later it's going to be very annoying. So if we cannot feed like super quick here, we only have like 2 or 3 minutes because of the blood timer to find someone. So we might just straight up die here. The savior. This is such a nice lady. Look at that. Always donating blood. Jesus will be proud. And Cain too. Alright, so what do I do here? Well, there's no one here. Got a violation. That's okay. Got a violation, but not a criminal thing. Alright, so 2 violations, as you can see, early. But that's actually okay. That happened in my other playthrough too. Oh hey, someone opened the door. You guys saw that? The door was open. The guy was trying to enter the blood bank there. Which is a horrible idea if you are running away from vampires, you know what I mean? And you cannot argue that he doesn't know, he just saw it. So right. This guy always stops in good places for me here. Okay. Alright, we did not get another violation, okay. Alright. So as you can see, it's a very like complex problem to solve here. Yeah, you can put points wherever you like, but first it's expensive as hell. Second, you need to do the whole feeding thing again. Third, you might get a bunch of violations. Fourth, you might get a criminal violation too, and so on and so on and so on. You might kill someone while feeding or frenzying, so there goes your humanity, and so on and so on. That said, because of how complicated it is, especially early, that's why I like it so much. Weirdly enough. Alright, so what did we actually do so far? So I have the LaCroix quest, I have the Thin Blood quest for E, the drug trip quest. Yeah, let's do the Carson quest here to close off today, because the hospital right now is going to be too long. So you know what, let's just go to the tattoo shop here and finish that quest. So there's no way Gimbal is going to give us trouble here. Especially now that we already have 4 in combat defense, that's pretty good. So I'm talking here like I know what I'm doing here. But I just had 1 playthrough. The last time that I had played Camarilla Edition before that had been many years. So I'm not a specialist at all. Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Well, why, I'm at the end.
There you go. I'm going to be honest, my voice is almost going too. I'm having all sorts of trouble to speak. Trying. But there will be episodes in which we are not going to use the college, not even a single time. And I don't mean an episode in which we are like in the Warrens, for example. Just like regular episodes, we are going to have the money and the means to actually use the college, but we might not need to, or I might not want to do it because of the whole feeding thing, you know what I mean?
Yes? May I help?
Sure.
Oh!
Thank you. From one nice guy to the next.
Hello!
Hey!
Oh, yes! Aha!
I'm so eager. So there might be some extra items here, but as I said, I only have inspection 1. That's not a whole lot, obviously. So with that level of inspection, Maya here can barely see. Oh, the character that I said that I like from a movie that I want to use the name. Her name is Mary Ellen. She's one of the characters of the Annabelle Comes Home movie. The Conjuring franchise is one of my favorite horror franchises of all time. There's a bunch of cool stuff in that franchise. And some not great stuff. Like the Nun movies. Those are boring as hell. I like Valak, but those movies are so boring. Like the first one, the best scene in the movie is in the beginning. Basically the trailer / promotion for the movie, that big beginning like sequence. Or the initial sequence, I guess. The rest of the movie is so boring. Okay, so Potence. Let's punch this dude.
Huh? Who, Gim?
Hey, bro. Yeah, no shot. Down he goes. Oh, the door just went to hell. She's taking her sweet, sweet time there. Jesus Christ.
Thanks, man. You're a lifesaver.
Man?
Yeah, that's me. He did? Oh, man, that's solid.
It is solid.
What? Thanks again.
I wouldn't say Arthur is solid. Kind of a round individual. But that's not what he was saying. Just for some reason, talking about Arthur and saying the word solid, I was like, he's not that solid. Oh, the object was actually doing that to the door, I see. I thought it was the body. It was actually the arm. I didn't find anything useful to do with the arm in this playthrough here. In the first one, so I have no idea what to do. Maybe I can give it to Pisha, we'll see. I don't know if the mini quest to give it to Pisha is available on Clan Quest or on the unofficial patch. Probably in both. Oh yeah, no Warren shortcut, by the way. So yeah, fun. We shall have it. Alright, I'm going to just finish the second quest for Arthur 2, so we can get that done already.
No.
Sure, bro. So I said that I had a couple of very bad bugs. So one of them, as I said before, was on the boat in that sequence in which you need to run away from the bomb in the society of Leopold. And where was the other one? Oh yeah, the Hollywood Hub is actually... You guys know that I don't have a great PC, so I have slowdowns on my frames all the time. You guys know that, obviously. But I actually had some pretty significant like slowdowns on the hub in Hollywood. So let's say that the taxi is here, the red spot is there, and the cafe is like here in Hollywood, for example. If I go in this direction, it's normal, but if I go here, then it's super slow. So there's like something making the hub slow, or slower than it usually is. And I thought it was my PC, obviously, I always think it's my PC. But then I read some comments from some folks in different places on the internet, and they also had the same problem, so it's like a problem. There's a fix that recently was posted on the Nexus mods that I installed too, so let's see if that fixes it. But we are only going to know when I reach Hollywood.
What's shaking?
Hey, man.
What? Ain't coming back? What do you mean he ain't coming back? Man, that... Well, hell, I got... Well, yeah. Great. Well, he was... That's right. Oh, yeah. All right, come...
Okay. Come on.
Sure, honey, what?
Well, that was weird. Obviously, you guys didn't see that, but I was pressing number 3 there, and it just didn't go for some reason. Got stuck. Never seen that before. That's a new one. So I had these 2 bugs, and I also got a bug in the Venture Tower. I got stuck in that hole that leads you to that section of the building that has the Special Forces guys, and the guy that is being dominated and has the bomb attached to his chest. So that big pipe that you use to go up there, I got stuck in that pipe for some reason. So I had to use the console there to no clip, but that's it. Nothing too crazy. So we'll deal with the bugs when they show up, but it is totally doable. Oh, sorry. Wrong place. I went back home for some reason.
It's Mike. Look, I gotta head downtown.
I don't know if I need to wait, so let's just wait here.
If Reno calls, tell him to meet me down there. We got something to discuss, apparently. I'll be at Milton's place in the Skyline Lofts 2A. Sorry, baby. I'll explain everything later.
Alright. So in a weird way, because of the mechanics of this mod actually makes the game feels more foreign than Clan Quest or Final Nights. Alright, Anti-Tribute feels more alien because of the companions. But this mod makes the game feel like more different mechanically than Final Nights and Clan Quest. Less content than Clan Quest, but the way to like build your character is completely different, obviously. So it's a very like refreshing mod to play.
The roots of this city.
My test playthrough, oh, the hunter! No! Oh my god! I'm going to have a huge surprise when I start the next episode.
Hey there, Hot. So what?
Let's someplace downtown.
Alright then. Alright.
Thank you.
See you around there.
Alright guys, so that's it. So I apologize first of all for my voice here. I'm not doing so well here in terms of like how it's sounding. Also, I would like to apologize for how long the explanation was and how like convoluted it was. But it's not something that's so like super easy to explain. There's like lots of like nuances to it and different like attributes and like money and blood and all that stuff that influence on the whole process. So it's easier to show than it is to explain. But hopefully you guys understood basically how it works if you guys never played Clan Quest, Camarilla Edition, which I find like extremely hard to believe, especially if you are an old school player from like the end of the 2000s, for example. For sure you played this, unless if you are like just starting to use mods right now, then yeah, this is a good mod to start with, I would say, because of how different it is. That said, it might be too advanced in terms of like how you build your character, how much money can you spend, do not overextend later in the game to avoid not having money for guns and for stuff like that. So that might be a problem if you are not super experienced with the game. But in terms of like how it changes, it feels like the vanilla game, obviously, but it has the college and some extra things, so it feels different enough, you know what I mean? It's not like board games, but it is interesting enough for a new mod, like a first mod to play, you know, first different thing to attempt, you know what I mean? All right, guys, so we'll continue this in the next episode. So hopefully we'll be able to build our character well here. So we shall see. And obviously, I'm going to be jump scared by the hunter like immediately in the next episode. That's going to be funny probably. I'm not going to remember at all. I'm 100% sure. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.